This is where I live, Petrified Hood. There's my Uncle Billy. There's my sister Sheila. There's my mom's old monkey, Shambles. There's his monkey friend, Gweeb. You asked me how it feels to be back here. It feels kind of bad. Like I'm kind of rotten now that I'm back here. There's where I'm currently staying. I'm sleeping on a couch. My brother sleeps on the other one. He's 65. I'm 42 now. Yeah, sleeping on our mother's couches. We sleep opposite each other. He farts and snorts. My brother is a pig sometimes. I don't know how I ended up back here. I used to be a famous rock and roll singer. Famous rock and roll band from the noughties. We were called Grunge Fire. I lived like a king, so much fucking. Giving people their marching orders. I was gruesome. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror, and yet there I was on the cover of a magazine or on the television or staring out of a poster. I started smoking crack. Jimmy Cannonball Riddle. Our guitar player died of a heroin overdose. Billy Tits the Shit, our bass player, he died too. Blew his mind out in a car. The drummer was next. Tiger Lily Scumbucket. She drank herself to death. That kind of meant the end of the band, which just left me, Rolex Dyson. Sure, I carried on. Sure, I had success. Bigger than anything the band ever knew. I was taken seriously as an artist. But then there was the crack. Oh, the crack. The crackity. Oh, the crack. Crack, crack, crackity. Crack, 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 oh, the crack. Oh, the crack. Crackity. The crackity. Crack, 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 quackity, quack.
Oh, the crack.
Come back home, Rolex. We can help you. We can get you off the crack.
You don't want to see me, Ma. I look awful.
We will get you on your feet again, son. We have all missed you oh so much.
I don't know, Ma. My new album drops next week. I have to go on tour. I have too many commitments.
Do what you need to do, Rolex. But we will always be here for you. I need a hug from my boy.
I should have gone home then. I should have canceled that blasted tour. The album bombed. The shows were a disaster. I carried on doing crack. I carried on going crazy. I started doing other drugs, popping neodiazepines and drinking herdoxylene. I looked gaunt, and my voice was shot. I went back to Los Morados after that grueling tour was over. The record label dropped me. The fans deserted me. I was in debt up to my eyeballs. I wouldn't come out of my room, just doing drugs and drinking, thinking about my old bandmates, thinking about how they were all dead now. Paranoia grew. Ever been so paranoid that you get used to it? Feels safe being a screwball and not trusting anyone, not trusting yourself. My mind played tricks on me. Bad ideas came and went. I stopped writing songs and would just sit for hours in the dark, weeping. And one day a bad man came to see me. Called himself a friend. I didn't know the guy, but he said he was from Petrified Hood. Said we grew up together. I was so strung out, man. I was sure he was lying, but I just went along with it. Misery loves company. He stayed in my hotel room with me, and we did a lot of drugs. This guy said he had an idea how we could make some big bucks real fast. He knew someone who was a drug dealer. Knew him real well. Knew where he kept all the drugs. He got us guns. By the time all the drugs had run out, I was about ready to kill any motherfucker. We bust into this guy's place. We were wearing clown makeup. I put my gun against his head. "Say something, bitch," I roared. My partner grabbed up all the money and all the drugs. His drug dealer friend cried the whole time. "Stop crying, you little anal leak," I ranted. The gun was shaking in my hand. I pressed it into his temple. "I'll blow your motherfucking brains out," I warned him. We got the fuck out of there. We went back to mine and got loaded. When I woke up the next day, my friend had gone along with all the money and all the drugs. I had uneasy dreams. Mom was calling for me.
Oh, my darling Rolex, where are you, son? Come home to me, my boy. Come home to Mama.
Strange, otherworldly creatures gathered around my bed. A junkie detoxing involuntarily. Lost. Oh, the nightmares. Oh, the horror. I felt like I'd been in that bed for days. Weeks. I threw up a whole bunch. My skin prickled. My heart raced. I was stuck, yoked with demons, dead inside. I knew I had to get out of there. I had to get home to Mama, get better, get well. My Uncle Billy sent me some money. I wanted to get high, but knew I had to get out and knew I had to go home to Petrified Hood, back to my family, away from this living hell. I nearly blew a bowel gasket when I saw my childhood home for the first time in years. It was so foul, so disgusting. Home shit home. I've been back here now for a few weeks. I've managed to stay clean. Not writing songs yet, but that will happen. I'm not rushing it. I'll use my time away from the public eye to reinvent myself, dream it all up again. I'm working with my brother, digging graves. I wrestle at the weekends. I run. I work out. I'm still riddled with demons. They'll never leave. But right now, even though I feel rotten to the core, at least I'm alive. At least I'm with my mama, back home in Petrified Hood.
Welcome home, son. It's so good to have you back where you belong.